Good afternoon, it's 3 o'clock and I'm Francesca Eden with your headlines from Solent Journalism. Nathan Jones has been officially confirmed as the new manager of Southampton Football Club. The ex-Luton Town boss was named this morning as replacement for Ralph Hasenhüttl, who was sacked on Monday after the home defeat to Newcastle. Our reporter, Joe Lewis, spoke to fans to see what they thought of the change.
Southampton Football Club have recently appointed their new manager, Nathan Jones, after the departure from their previous manager, Ralph Hasenhüttl. We are heading into the city centre to speak to the local public and find out how they feel about this new managerial appointment.
I think they need someone slightly bigger than that to keep them up. I don't think a championship manager will necessarily keep them up. But also at Southampton, so they're not going to attract the best managers in the world. But I don't know if he will be able to keep them up. That's the only problem. But Luton are doing well, so...
He did well for Luton. He got them back in the championship, so, could be good. But also, I don't know if he's good enough because I don't think he's ever managed in the Premier League before.
He's up against teams run by managers with not just Premier League, but top flight experience. So he's yet to prove himself. So it's a gamble. Let's hope it pays off, but it's the cheap option again for the club owners.
After speaking to members of the public today, it is obvious that people are unsure about this new managerial appointment. But Nathan Jones, previously from Luton Town, brings an exciting style of football and a youth project perfect for St Mary's. The fans have a lot to be optimistic about, and you can find out more about this managerial appointment on solentjournalism.co.uk.
Nurses across the UK have voted to strike over pay, and industrial action could start by the end of the year. In England and Wales, the government gave NHS staff a pay rise of 4.75% this year, with the lowest paid getting more. Unions say during the strikes, emergency care and treatment will still take place. A man's been charged following the rape of a woman in Southampton. The incident took place inside a vehicle in a car park near St Mary's Road in the early hours of Wednesday the 26th of October. Hardeep Lander of Northumberland Road has been charged with multiple offences, including rape, and has been remanded in custody. He'll appear at Southampton Magistrates Court on Friday the 9th of December. Residents of the city are being asked their opinion on proposals to switch off street lights at night. Turning lights off could save the council hundreds of thousands, but concerns have been raised about the impact on safety and crime. Our reporter Bianca Capatina has more on the story.
Southampton City Council has revealed as part of their 2022-2023 budget plan that they're looking into the possibility of switching off the street lights at night in certain parts of the city. They claim that this could save the council up to £450,000 a year. But the possibility of this move coming through may result in a lack of safety for the people at night. So we spoke to the general public today to see how they really feel about the situation.
I would feel unsafe. I don't think it's a good idea. We already have issues as it is, especially as women walking home, you never know. So I think turning that off as well just causes that uncertainty, so I don't agree with it really.
I personally wouldn't feel safe walking about without lights. I think it's a stupid idea.
As long as everybody's safe, keep the lights on or keep them off. If you keep them off, make sure that, you know what I mean, half crime.
It'll cause more crime. 100%.
But people got to feel safe as well.
The crime rate at the minute anyway is just mad, so turning the lights off is going to encourage it more.
There'd be an increase in crime that's kind of preventable in a way if they just keep it on. I know how much they save, but surely it's not so much that it has a real detriment to the economy.
I understand the idea of energy conservation and saving money, but there's the whole culture of mainly women that shouldn't go out at night, especially because of men base a lot. Just a lot of crime happens at night, and if it's turned off, you can't see anything.
I would feel a bit unsafe because walking home in the dark is really scary, and especially if you have if you have something late on, if you have to work late, going home would be really scary. So I don't know if I would be in support of that.
Bianca Capatina, Solent News.
And in another controversial move, the council is putting up car parking charges. The evening fees are returning to pre-pandemic levels. Correspondent Chloe Nowicki reports.
I'm in front of a Southampton car park where evening charges have been reintroduced by Southampton City Council since the last lockdown. Their goal is to promote public transport. We talked to car park users to find out how they feel about it.
It is an unfortunate sign of the times that we've had to reintroduce car parking charges. I know how challenging that is for lots of families, especially in the current cost of living crisis, and equally with Christmas soon approaching.
I personally think if you're coming into town anyway and it's the, you know, £1 or £2 parking fee is the problem, you probably aren't going to be in town anyway, so I don't think it's going to put anyone off. If anything, it's just going to make sure that people are looking at sustainable ways of getting in.
Yeah, now I'm paying an extra £14 a week, so it's not great if I'm honest. I don't have a choice to park here anyway.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm fine for it to come back. It'll bring money back into the city, so yeah, happy to pay. I think it's a good idea.
Southampton City Council removed evening charges in 2021 after the lockdown to encourage visitors to come back into the city. Due to increasing number of vehicles in the city, the charges are being re-established to manage parking needs and make sure parking facilities are available for visitors. The council's goal is to promote alternative travels methods like the bus. Karen Grove, who is an early years and childcare service assistant at Southampton City Council, explained why taking the bus is a better alternative to driving.
It's much more economical to use public transport, and equally with the climate crisis, it's probably more viable to use public transport and come into the city centre, especially if you're coming in for a prolonged period of time.
Residents and visitors can benefit from a £1 evening fare bus ride. Southampton City also offers rental bikes and scooters around the city to encourage more sustainable journeys. This was Chloe Novicki for Solent Journalism.
Shops and businesses across Southampton will pause to remember fallen war heroes tomorrow, with a 2-minute silence at 11, and Southampton City Council will be holding the annual remembrance service and parade on Sunday. Our reporter Ned Kelly has more.
This Sunday, thousands of people will unite here together to mark Remembrance Day. The Southampton Remembrance Service and Parade will take place in the city centre. The parade pathway will start in the Guildhall forecourt, go through above Bar Street and will circle back round to Guildhall Square. Due to the parade, a number of roads will be closed in the city centre between 7 AM and 2 PM. These road closures include West Marlands Road, Commercial Road and above Bar Street. To mark the occasion, over 3,000 knitted poppies will decorate the cenotaph. And from this year onwards, these poppies will be used each year on Remembrance Day. For more information on how to mark Remembrance Day in Southampton, please check out our website, solentjournalism.co.uk. Ned Kelly for Solent Journalism.
It's good news for residents as the annual Christmas market will be returning for another year. Last month it was announced that the market would not return as the original organisers had pulled out, but a new event will be held between the 17th of November and Christmas Eve. A group of art graduates have come together to launch a community art collective in Southampton. The aim is to help local artists and kids express their creativity and take their work to a wider audience. Isabel Helsted went along to find out more.
The Zest Art Collective was founded by graduate art students to create their own projects and space to plan their own exhibitions, events, and projects. I spoke to one of the founders who explains what Zest is and what they offer for the community.
We use Zest Collective to seek funding, so we pool our resources to do projects and exhibitions, and also reaching out with the community. So we do a lot of community-based work. We do kind of gardening projects and art projects with the community. So we want to continue supporting each other as artists, supporting a broader network of artists in the city. We're looking at the moment about setting up a network that any artist in the city can get involved in, where we share kind of some of our workshops, skills, exhibition opportunities and funding. So our studio spaces are on Old Northern Road, which used to be an antiques quarter in the Victorian period, and we're occupied in this space, which is an old pub.
Ellen explains what to expect at their next exhibition.
Novum Citri is an exhibition just showcasing all the work that we've been doing over the past year. So it's all our kind of recent experiments and projects and artworks that we've created over that time. And it's a real chance for all our new members who joined us in the summer to really be a part of the collective and put some art on the walls and let it be known that they're part of Zest as well.
I asked how they feel art contributes to the community in Southampton.
I think art is really, really important. I think creativity is a really valuable skill that's often undervalued in society. I think art in Southampton has really yet to kind of fully come into its own. There's a good culture of art, but it's not maybe given the recognition that it's deserved.
The culture of art in Southampton is being refined by former art graduate students and kept alive through events and workshops. This was Isabel Hellstead for Solent Journalism.
A quick sports update now. The England World Cup squad for Qatar has been released today, and Southampton captain James Ward-Prowse looks to have missed out on a place in the 26-man squad. That's all from us for now. You can find all our stories and more online. Head to solentjournalism.co.uk and you can follow us on Twitter for more updates.